But yeah, that's the story time at the time that I got dumped because I wasn't submissive enough. He wanted me to like really be floating on his words. And that's not me pimping. Mayday, mayday, in case the man tried to kidnap me, you wouldn't have known because I done walked all the way down the block with him. No, and I don't even know the man.
Baby, if you talk that, you gotta walk that. I won't get even, ain't no tea, you know I'ma just fall back. Sexually redirection whenever you off track. You won't doubt me, won't even let you take a long nap. I just wanna know.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chit Chat with Brat. I am Brat, and of course you're gonna chat. In today's video, it's gonna be a story time. It's been a while since I've like really sat down and had a story time, but we're gonna get straight to the point because it is quite a bit to take in, and I need us to just jump right into it because it doesn't make sense to drag it on when this story is juicy enough. Okay, so boom.
It's been cloudy on my sun, the way you shine through, and take my heart away from all this shit my mind do. I love the fact that being fine don't define you. Give me more, cause enough just ain't enough now. Playing hard to get out.
This is gonna be the story time about the time that I wasn't submissive enough. I don't know. But what I will say overall is that I'm grateful for the young lady that I have grown to be. I'm 30 now, right? I'm still a young lady, right? I mean, I ain't no old lady. All right, anyway, I'm just the point. If I wasn't as strong as I was, let me tell you, as a female, the ending of this just could have really ended really bad. I'm gonna try to put as much receipts in here as possible without, you know, doing too much. I'm sure that I can still get to the receipts only because it just was a joke to me. I couldn't believe that this was really a thing. I had met this young man. He was older than me, but he's still a young man. I had met this young man at a gathering. I won't really go too much in detail about it, but it was basically a gathering that I was originally not even going to go to, but I wound up going to. It was an atmosphere where, of course, I didn't know anybody. I just knew the people that I came with. We get to this place, and it's not packed, but it's quite a few people. But the area where the people who I came with knew each other, it was just a lot going on over there. And you know, me just being myself, I removed myself and just wanted to go in a corner where it was less people, less walking, less bumping past, just out the way or whatever. And it was like a really cool kind of vibe. So like, you know, you was able to bring your own drinks and your own, you know what I'm saying, get right. And so yeah, I was in the corner handling my get right, doing my own thing, whatever. Like when people, we kept checking in and stuff like that and everything, but you know, just it was a lot going on where they were standing. This gentleman comes over, and I'm gonna be honest, he was a very handsome gentleman. Even then, okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna be by myself. I could see somebody who I'm genuinely just, oh, who is that? And I'm still not gonna speak, only because I'm shy. Like, or if you know me, you'll be like, Brittany, you're not shy. Like, I'm not shy if it's somebody who I'm not interested in. I'm not shy if like we're friends and like each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm shy if I don't know you and we've never talked, and I'm not gonna put myself out there. I told you I did story times on it. I did it 3 times. I'm good. Like, that's just not me. But I peeped him throughout the party. What's the party? I peeped him throughout the party. Maybe eye contact here and there, but you know me, I'm playing it cool. We don't yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Boom. This gentleman comes up to me, and you know, he comes off as friendly. He comes off as just different. That he reminded me of an Oreo. And when I say that, and the only reason I'm gonna say that is because I laugh because he's black, yeah, but like, you could tell he wasn't raised with us. I mean, not that there's a thing, because I used to hear people say, Brittany, you sound like you're a white girl, or I got called Oreos all my life. I'm sorry. You're an Oreo, okay. Like, I'm black, but I guess I talk white. I don't even know what that means, but I don't know. Anyway, when I looked at him, I'm like, okay, he's an Oreo. And I say this because he was like a mixture. Okay, yes, you're black, but like, you probably dead. Yeah. Which I want to find that out later on. That was funny because I definitely peeped. Okay, yeah, you're black, but you're not really black. Oh, you're black, but you don't know you're black, like type thing. But what drew me to him is that he was kind of different. Like, he was a gentleman, you know, like, yeah, he came across like, you know, like, you know, just different than what I was dating at the time. Yeah, just different. I didn't pay any mind to it. Like I said, when we first started talking, listen, I've been through some things. I'm gonna be honest. And it's just some things, you know, my eyes are open now when dating, you know, and it's not about being an angry black woman. It's not that. I just think I'm more alert when dating, and it has saved me so many fake thought to be situations, relationships, whatever you want to call it, just because my eyes are open now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going off of the actions. You may say something, you want this, but you're not doing that, so no, you really don't want that. Like, just certain things that I'm just alert on, and listening to the words that the man speaks, and not off of the looks, or just getting, oh, he's a sexy man, let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, just listening more. You know what I mean? So, boom. I meet him. He's a gentleman, you know, very charming. Ladies, the very charming ones, great at first sight. But then you have to look past that. You understand what I'm saying? So, yes, he was very charming. First red flag. He wanted me to come outside so we could talk. And I was like, well, we could talk in here. And he was just like, yeah, but it's a lot going on. It is loud. So I was like, all right, you know, that's true. All right, we'll step outside. So I step outside, but he wants to go like outside and over. And I'm like, no, you said outside. We're outside now. What's up? Like, what do you want to talk? What? First of all, what did you have to bring me out here for? We could have talked inside. You just got to raise your voice, but you could have talked inside. So he's like, no, he's like, I'm trying to get to know you. Like, I'm gonna really, you know, talk, but I can't talk. There's people coming in into this. So I'm like, all right, let me move over a little bit. And I really wasn't trying to leave my peoples too far, because then they wouldn't have known where I was at. Mayday. In case the man tried to kidnap me, you wouldn't have known, because I done walked all the way down the block with him. No, and I don't even know the man. But like I said, his everything, you know, put the guards back down. Like, Brit, chill out, relax, live a little. When the last time you been out? So I'm like, all right. Okay, so I go outside, you know, a little bit. We stand like still in the front, but like behind the car, and we're talking, and he's asking me like, oh, so like, what's been going on? Like, what's new with you? Are you dating? Like, what's up? You know, I'm really interested, and and I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm hearing what you're saying. I like to take it slow, one day at a time. Like, I'm not rushing to do anything. And he was like, I know you don't know me from a hole in the wall, but you know, I would like to take you on a date. I would like to really, like, you know, show you that I'm serious. So I'm like in my head, okay, big dog talking. I'm like, all right. What's this called, thumbnail? Yeah, so I'm like, I'm sorry, that was thumbnail. But I'm like, all right, big dog talking, you know, put your money where your mouth is. Okay, well, he's like, you know, well, yeah, I would like to take you on a date. I'm gonna So I'm like, all right, you know, just sounds good. Boom. First red flag. He's like, well, you know, I'm looking to date. You know, like, I don't want to just we're, you know, just talking and then it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm like, well, you know, that's ultimately the goal, hopefully, but I still want to get to know the person. Like, I'm not rushing to date. I'm not rushing to hop in a relationship. You know, I want to get, if you're serious about what you're saying, I would like to get to know you. Like, I want to get to know you, whatever case may be. And he's like, well, that's understandable. I'm happy that you even taking time like that, because this is real, like, you know, So I'm like, all right, you know, red flag. He's like, but I gotta be honest, you know, it takes a certain kind of female to, like, you know, be with me. And I'm like, okay. Now, off rip, that sounds regular. Understandable. It takes a person who, you know, serious or know what they want to be with me. That's what I would have took away from that originally, you know, the old Brit. But to be sure, I had to ask him, because I just want to know, like, because, see, I'm not even going to say men, because I'm sure in all relationships this happens. People will say things, but it will be underhandedly something else. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to be sure, like, okay, so meaning what? What do you mean it takes it? Like, explain that. Like, you know, just before I get myself into something I can't get myself out of. What does that mean, sir? Does that mean that you hit women? Is a certain kind of women? Does that mean a low self-esteem woman? You know, because, you know, we all have things that we could work on, or things that whatever, but it's just some things I'm just not the type. And I'm the type to tell you right off the bat, oh no, this ain't for me. So I really wanted to know, explain, my brother, explain. So he's like, no, like, I'm just saying, like, you know, a woman who's strong, a woman who knows what they want, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, ultimately I'm like the alpha person. And I'm like, okay, well, as a man in my relationships, I would want a strong headed man. Not too strong, because, you know, I'm a strong-headed female, but, you know, just a man who takes initiative, a man who takes control. Like, you know what I'm saying? So in my head, I'm like, okay, you know, that answer was a little a little concerning. Like, it was a red flag, and I peeped it. That's why I asked it. But the answer kind of covered it up a little bit, that it wasn't too like, Brittany, maybe you're doing too much. You know what I mean? So I kind of pulled back, but I was like, all right. Anyway, long story short, yeah, the next day, homie did take me on a date. It was a date, and we were going on dates all of the time. You know what I'm saying? We were going on dates all the time. He was consistent with the texting, with the conversation, with the you good, or, you know, how was your day, and everything was matching up. You know what I mean? Like, it was a really good feeling that I was like, okay, you know, he's seeming like he's okay. He's putting his money where his mouth is. Not literally, y'all. I'm not a gold digger, but I'm just saying, like, you know, he was what he said he wanted to do. He was definitely doing it, and he was holding it down. You know, as far as me getting to know him, respecting the fact that I wanted to take it easy, respecting the fact that, you know, I'm a lady. Don't be treating me like one of them other girls, because I'm a lady. Okay, we're gonna turn it up now. So after so long of dating, you know, he wanted to know, like, you know, when I was gonna take time, maybe spend a night with him, or like do either spend a night, or like maybe even an escort, having sex. Like, I don't know, but we talked about it. You know, we did talked about it, and I was a little wary or whatever, but, you know, I did become intrigued, because like I said, everything was matching up. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, maybe I'll come spend the night with you one night. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing happening, but maybe I'll come spend the night, but we gonna see. We'll play it by ear. Boom, boom. Red flag number 2. He had told me that he was going somewhere or doing something, and that he would be home around X time, and that we would do like a whole movie night thing, and and, you know, make it into like a cool whatever type thing. So I was out and about, and I wound up finishing what I was doing early, and I wound up getting to his side just a little bit early. So I didn't want to like be a creep and be like, I'm here early, you know, because I didn't do it on purpose. I really was out. I was handling some stuff. I think I was already in the city, so I was already on his side. It's just I did whatever, but I wound up going and getting there earlier than I expected. But I didn't want to be a creep, like I said, and be like, yeah, I'm here waiting, fiending. No. So I'm like strolling around, going into stores. I'm like doing type of stuff. So I wound up like, all right, well, send me the, I mean, I had the address, but I needed the building number. So I'm like, send me the building number, boom, boom, boom. And he sends it to me, and I'm there early. So it really is like I'm a creep, but I wasn't a creep. And I swear, first of all, I've never done this before and put this on life, been anywhere early, especially a date. I mean, I would get there on time, but to be there extra early, no. Definitely not me. I'm just saying. I never see him going to the building, so he never came back from nothing. He said he was doing something. If you was going somewhere, wasn't you supposed to come in the building? So he wanted to hit me up like, hey, he wants to hit me up like, I'm here. I just got in. But you didn't come into the building. So where did you just come into? I was confused. But I don't say that, of course. I peep my cool. I'm just saying the fact that that's a red flag, because he was like, no, you did not just come in. Because I just got in. I mean, I was in the block, but I'm just saying. But you would have passed me, someone would have seen, and I was dead outside, like on the corner. Like I said, I don't mean to be a creep, but since I was on the block, I was just looking at the building. So when he hit me up and said that he just got in, I'm like, no, you didn't. But okay, cool. Whatever. We ain't gonna tell him that I was being creepy, because that is type creepy. If somebody ever said that to me or whatever, because yes, so, ladies, you could tell a dude, and ladies, you gotta be strong too. You could tell a dude like, listen, nothing is happening. This is not that type of party. They still gonna try. You know what I'm saying? But pay attention to how hard they go to try. One, pay attention to they start trying to make you feel bad because you don't want to do it too. Like, just pay attention to all of that stuff. Boom. So like I said, he already knew it wasn't happening. You feel me? But you know, the way the night went, it could have happened. But I'm gonna tell you. So some time goes, we're still like, you know, like I said, it might be that type of night tonight. It might just go down. It was about the what time is it? So in the midst of like us just like fooling around, and maybe homie starts getting a whole asthma attack, y'all. And I'm not just talking about no regular, oh my God, I'm wheezing. No, he was dying, y'all. He was ODing. He was asthma attacking and dying and deathbedding. He was about to die on my hands. And I was like, oh, all right. Highlight of the thing is, so we was puff passing. That's the thing. So we was doing that, and then like I said, he started dying. That was the highlight. He started dying from that. And mind you, I'm like, sir, You all right? Like, if you got, and then I'm hearing the wheezing, I'm like, you have asthma? He's like, I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. He's like, no, I do this all the time. Dying like this? Nah, sir. So it turns me off. I stop, because what you're not about to do is think you got to keep up with me. You just not, and you're not gonna be dying on my watch. So he starts dying, and I'm like, sir. So in the midst of him dying, he's like getting better, but then he's dying, then he's getting better, then he's dying, he's getting better. It got to the point where it just turned me off, right? So then, of course, he's still trying to, or you know what I'm saying, thinking it's about to happen, and I'm like, sir, no, you're about to die. You're almost stopped breathing 3 times. So he's like, no, still trying it. Long story short, the man woke up at 4 a.m. It was going to the gym. And I'm like, do you really think that that's smart to do? That you waking up now to go to the gym and you've been dying all night? We've been waking up while you was dying all night. I don't think that that's smart. And he like, no, I'm good. I got this, whatever. I'm like, all right. All right. So this was a work day. Now, the next day was a work day. It must have been like a Sunday. So when he went to gym at 4 a.m., in my head, something in my head was like, Brit, get up, hurry up, get ready for work, and be out on him, right? Because it just turned me off. How are you dying but still want to have that? Like, how are you dying and still want to get it on? Like, how? Because that takes muscles and heart rates and all of that too. So, no. So I was turned off. And so when he went to the gym, I was like, all right, I'm about to just get up and go about my day, because I'll be damned. Like, you was not about to be sitting here dying on my watch. Like, boom. But then I'm like, nah, Brit, you can't leave like that. Don't leave like no thief in the night, because then he gonna think you stole something. And that was the thing. I'm not no thief. So I was like, you right, Brit. We not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We don't do that. We're gonna, treat this head on and just tell him, no, like, maybe this is not, because that really turned me off, y'all. If you could still want to have sex while you're dying, like, what? Dying. I'm talking about wheezing. I'm talking about really dying, y'all. Like, this is not a joke. How? Boom. So now I'm like, nah, bro, you can't leave like that. Do not leave like no thief in the night. Just tell him that you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a way to do things. So I'm like, all right, cool. Why, when I got to work, homie sent me this long message about how this wasn't gonna work because of the type of fee.
Cause I crossed a few lines. It's been raining for too long. I pray to God for blue skies. Baby, if you talk that, you gotta walk that. I won't get even, ain't no tea, you know I'ma just fall back. Sexually redirection whenever you go.
Whatever. And I was like, so you sent me this message. I said, you know what's crazy? I was there about to do the same thing to you. Like, do you know I was about to do the same thing to you? Anyway, we never talked after that. I was not responding to the message. But you thought you was gonna get a response from me? No, babes. No, babes. But yeah, he definitely broke it off, which was cool, because like I said, I was definitely gonna leave like a thief in the night, because my nigga, what? But yeah, that's the story time at the time that I got dumped because I wasn't submissive enough. He wanted me to like really be floating on his words, and that's not me pimping. But that's about it, guys. Tune into the next story time. Next story time gonna be lit because it's crazy. Bye.
Baby, shit is full time. Please understand that you could only pull a fool's mind. Bought you a new cause, cause I crossed a few lines. It's been raining for too long. I pray to God for blue.